Hello everyone. Adam Grant, in one of his tweets, said, treating people with civility is a prerequisite for discovery. Sounds right, doesn't it? Imagine going for an interview or meeting your friends in a restaurant or just going out partying to a club and being looked down upon with a bias, losing out on opportunities because of the same bias. Have you ever experienced it? If not, I request you to be grateful. But if you have, I'm sorry you had to. And you would know exactly what I'm talking about. We as a society have lost out on some gems because of these biases, preconceived notions, prejudices among certain individuals, communities, and belief systems. These gems are unfortunately lost to time or are struggling out there trying to make a living and fitting in to the societal norms, losing everything that makes them unique. Today's society is changing, and we need to be cognizant of and accepting enough of the fact that the youth today is more accepting and will be well ahead of us, in fact, already is in accepting all these changes. The family dynamics across the globe are changing. The earlier definitions of family no longer hold true in all households. The IPSOS LGBT Plus Pride Survey 2023, conducted across 30 countries, says that almost 3% of individuals identify themselves as lesbians or gay. 4% identify themselves as bisexual, 1% as pansexual, and 1% as asexual. Apart from this, another major concern or an issue that is coming up after the pandemic is the number of children being identified with learning disabilities, autism, ADHD, and all other forms of physical, mental, and emotional disabilities. As per the report of World Health Organization dated 7th of March 2023, an estimated 1.3 billion people across the globe suffer from some sort of major disability. That is 16% of the world population, or 1 in 6 of us. 90% of children with disabilities do not attend schools in developing countries as per UNESCO. Youth addiction to mobile phones, alcohol, drugs, other substances, pornography is on a high time rise. It is concerning not only because it affects their mental and physical well-being, but it also affects their relationships with their families, friends, partners, and everyone around them. It is heartbreaking to see so many of us struggling with some serious issues when we as a community can help with some small changes and be there and make a difference in their lives. Inclusion does not have to be a special aspect that is to be spoken of or thought of. It is a way of life. And trust me, it's not that hard. As a trainer and educator, I feel the major change needs to happen in the sector of education. Teachers today need to be more aware of the challenges faced by children. Teacher curriculum needs to include knowledge and awareness about handling children with learning difficulties, autism, ADHD, and other disabilities. I think along with that, every one of us needs to be equipped to deal with mental and emotional well-being of ourselves and everyone around us. All these issues can be taken care of with minimal intervention in classroom environments for children. But unfortunately, the lack of proper support and awareness, a lot of children are missing out on basic primary education. As per the recent UDICE report, in India, the primary schools for special education are 4,567, which go down to just 135 schools when it reaches higher secondary. Shocking, isn't it? But imagine how many children are missing out on the opportunity to be educated. Apart from these topics of disabilities or LGBTQ communities, I think one of the major communications that need to be happening are those about gender identity, gender equality, gender neutrality, more like addictions for children across families. We, as not just as a society but as family, need to include these discussions amongst us and make sure that the people around us, the children that we have in our families, become more sensitive to everyone around us. A private survey conducted by some school's children for my organization showed that 90% of the people who were interviewed were using or abusing substance just to fit in. My question to all people here is, do we really need substance to feel accepted in the society? Do we really need to take help of an external substance that not only harms us physically, but takes away the control from our body and mind just so that the society accepts us? Can't we, as individuals, do something about it? Technology is bringing EQ in AI. Machines are learning to read minds. Where is humanity going? Can't we strive to bring humanity in humans? Can't we just be the listening ears to these individuals, listen to them truly, understand, respect them without any judgments, and just accept them, letting them know that it's okay to be you? I don't say change who you are. I don't say change your belief systems. But just a small act of kindness, some little civility, and unlearning and relearning new things, and understanding where the society is going will do the trick. Inclusion is not just about men and women. It is so much more. There are so many amongst us who are trying to make a living. There are so many rehabilitated addicts, juveniles who are trying to turn a new leaf, orphans, homeless, single parents, abuse survivors who are trying to make a living and hoping to have a dream. Can't we as a society just aid them in building that dream? And in conclusion, I would like to share a small experience that I recently had. I was fortunate enough to meet someone, and through them, their family. After knowing my story, the good, the bad, the worst of it, without actually knowing who I am today or what am I doing, just based on that story, I was accepted with an open heart, not just by that person, but by the lady of the house, who in that instant became my inspiration to be a better version of myself. I won't say I was proud of my story. I won't say I was very happy about it, but for once, possibly for the first time, I was comfortable being me, the whole of me. I felt deserving for a chance to be happy, of a chance to do what I really wanted, of a chance to chase my dream. And just like that, without giving any explanations, without having to prove myself to anyone, or even without saying a word, I was just comfortable being me. And so I ask each one of you, think of that moment when you felt comfortable being you. And if you have not yet had that moment, imagine how would it be to be that unapologetically you. And I request you all to stay with that feeling. Remind yourself of it each day. And every time, let's strive to make sure that whoever we meet, irrespective of who they are or where they are from, feel exactly that, comfortable in who they are. Thank you.